Listen to President Trudeau's response to the 25% tariff from America.
Tonight, first, I want to speak directly to Americans, our closest friends and neighbors. This is a choice that, yes, will harm Canadians, but beyond that, it will have real consequences for you, the American people. As I have consistently said, tariffs against Canada will put your jobs at risk, potentially shutting down American auto assembly plants and other manufacturing facilities. They will raise costs for you, including food at the grocery stores and gas at the pump. They will impede your access to an affordable supply of vital goods crucial for U.S. security, such as nickel, potash, uranium, steel, and aluminum. They will violate the free trade agreement that the President and I, along with our Mexican partner, negotiated and signed a few years ago. But it doesn't have to be this way. As President John F. Kennedy said many years ago, geography has made us neighbors, history has made us friends, economics has made us partners, and necessity has made us allies. That rang true for many decades prior to President Kennedy's time in office and in the decades since. From the beaches of Normandy to the mountains of the Korean Peninsula, from the fields of Flanders to the streets of Kandahar, we have fought and died alongside you. During your darkest hours, during the Iranian hostage crisis, those 444 days we worked around the clock from our embassy to get your innocent compatriots home. During the summer of 2005, when Hurricane Katrina ravaged your great city of New Orleans, or mere weeks ago, when we sent water bombers to tackle the wildfires in California. During the day the world stood still, September 11th, 2001, when we provided refuge to stranded passengers and planes, we were always there, standing with you, grieving with you, the American people. Together, we've built the most successful economic, military, and security partnership the world has ever seen. A relationship that has been the envy of the world. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we've always found a way to get past them. As I've said before, if President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States, the better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us. Canada has critical minerals, reliable and affordable energy, stable democratic institutions, shared values, and the natural resources you need. Canada has the ingredients necessary to build a booming and secure partnership for the North American economy, and we stand at the ready to work together. Let's take a moment to talk about our shared border. Our border is already safe and secure, but there's always more work to do. Less than 1% of fentanyl, less than 1% of illegal crossings into the United States come from Canada. But hearing concerns from both Canadians and Americans, including the American president himself, we're taking action. We launched a $1.3 billion border plan that is already showing results, because we too are devastated by the scourge that is fentanyl, a drug that has torn apart communities and caused so much pain and torment for countless families across Canada, just like in the United States. A drug that we too want to see wiped from the face of this earth. A drug whose traffickers must be punished. As neighbors, we must work collaboratively to fix this. Unfortunately, the actions taken today by the White House split us apart instead of bringing us together. Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding.
I just want to point out how bad of a president and just failing government in general you have to be to piss off Canada and Mexico. We are literally in between the two best neighbors. They mind their own business. There's a reason why every time there's a natural disaster here in the United States, Mexico's always the first one to help, because they don't use their military to terrorize other governments. They're not using their military to bomb innocent women and children. We are doing that. So when we have a disaster here at home, we can't even help ourselves.
Theresa May invites Donald Trump here, of Modi in India, of Duterte.
For the fact that the cost of eggs has continued to rise even though he's president right now. Who are you going to blame when the cost of our produce skyrockets because hundreds, if not thousands, of undocumented immigrants did not show up for work yesterday and therefore did not pick our produce because they were afraid that they were going to get deported? Who are you going to blame for that? You can't blame Biden. They didn't show up because they didn't want to be deported. Biden wasn't trying to deport them. Who's trying to deport them? Who are you blaming for when the cost of everything that we import from China, Canada, and Mexico goes up because the tariffs that are being imposed on them are being now offset onto us? Who are you blaming for that? Biden? He's not the one imposing tariffs on these countries. Trump is. And those tariffs are not paid for by the country. The country does not pay the tariff in order to import the good to us. The country imports the goods to us, and in order for the importer here in America, the American buyer, to pick up those goods, they have to pay the tariff first. And so they turn around and put that cost back on us. Who are you blaming for that? Oh, it's going to encourage companies to start manufacturing here in America. We don't have the infrastructure for that. They have never spent the money to build the factories to make those specific goods that we import from other countries because they didn't need to. We get it from other countries. Now, who is going to pay to build the factories and the other infrastructure required to now make those goods here and pay workers here at our minimum wage and not whatever it is they make in their country? Who is going to pay for that? And when the cost of everything increases because of needing to build this infrastructure, who are you going to blame for that? Are you going to blame Biden? Because Biden isn't the one who imposed a tariff on these countries in order to encourage companies, and I say in order, in quotes, because we know that's not what it was about, in order to encourage these countries to start manufacturing here. You can't blame Biden. Trump is the reason the prices of everything are about to go up. Trump is the reason. And
So not only did China just kick our ass with the release of the AI technology, DeepSeek, right? But now they've responded to Trump's tariffs. And what have they done? They've reduced the amount of American imports into China by $690 billion. That's right, $690 billion. And now they're just simply sourcing those imports from other countries, most notably BRICS countries. You might want to look that up if you don't know what it is, right? Like, this is not going to end well, man. He's thrown 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and he's constantly on the news saying, we don't need anything from them. We don't need anything from them. Really? Do you have any idea the amount of stuff we get from Canada, the amount of stuff we get from Mexico, the amount of stuff we get from China, and how long it would take us to establish production warehouses in the United States to get that same stuff? Do you have any idea of that? No, you fucking don't, because you're stupid. Dude, these countries are going to decimate America under Trump. So you can keep calling him daddy all you want. If that makes you feel good, Daddy Trump, right? But he's going to continue to ruin America, and he's going to do it with your permission because you're stupid.